Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering what's happened in Gacha games over the last sort of week. There's been a lot going on that I've just been too involved in Nikke to get around to making videos on everything. So I thought let's do like a nice little quick fire roundup of everything that I've been paying attention to. Basically, I'll leave timestamps in the description. So if you want to bounce around specific parts that interest you, go ahead. But yeah, like I said, the basic things that we're going to be covering are the Nikke bans, some PGR news, and then we've got new releases that came out over the past week, being Summoner's War Chronicles, Dear Ella, Eternal Evolution, and the SEA version of Argent Twilight. So let's get into the recap. Before we get into it, guys, I have to thank Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. When I was younger, I was always an avid collector. Things like Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I was always collecting, whether it be cards, characters in a game. I had to collect something. Then in comes Raid Shadow Legends. They have over 600 champions to collect and upgrade, endless artifacts to find, and billions of different team compositions to try out. Raid has had years of content updates and can really capture that magic of collecting unique heroes in a game. So let's go ahead and open up some shards. The great thing about this game is that it doesn't matter what rarity the hero is that you get, you can still level them up, equip gear, and really strategize around what they have. And there we go, we've had double epics already in this 10 pool, really triple epics, not bad at all. This dude is an absolute savage. I love this design. This is insane. This is like up there with one of my favorite designs in the game from the Sylvan Watchers, who is a new faction. Absolutely insane designs in this game. Then you flip it backwards and you go into the mouse head chick. And now we're going to treat ourselves to a sacred shard. Now these things only give you epic or legendary champions, so let's see what we get from this one. Get the pop. It's going to be an epic champion. And there we go. Once again, designs so unique, not just stereotypical designs, looking absolutely savage. Got this freaky head on the back, looking good. Now, this is a huge month for Raid. They just released a brand new faction, the Sylvan Watchers, with some amazing new champions, including Forest Elves, Ents, Druids, and Fays, and these guys all look amazing. And if that wasn't enough, Raid's got a full lineup of events alongside with a new season of the Forge Pass, where you can get your hands on some of the most powerful gear in the game. Also, if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get your exclusive rewards in Raid right now. There's never been a better time to get started in Raid, and if you click my link in the description or scan my QR code here on screen, you'll get unique bonuses worth $30. We're talking a free champion, or Drath, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard to get you started on your way. And all this treasure will be waiting for you here. So once again, thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Okay, so first up we have the Nikke news about accounts getting banned. Now, I'm not sure exactly what they're banning for, but I'm going to give you guys my idea. Obviously, just if you think you're doing something shifty, probably don't, would be the ideal thing. Now, we do know that there's all the bugs going on, for instance, with snipers being fully charged. If you hold them charged, you can deal, you get the damage increase for your burst skills and stuff like that. I don't think that would be causing it, because I mean, I use some of the quote-unquote bugged characters in my team, and even on auto sometimes it just happens. So I don't think they'll be banning for that, and plus the numbers of bans don't really match up with that. If we look at NA, we've only got 7, and the reason that is because it says the game by malicious cheating, hacking, or leveraging on the game's loopholes. I don't think those are the loopholes that they're talking about. I believe we're looking at stuff like this. So this was a screenshot that I found someone posted in just the general Discord, talking about how like apparently accounts are just like instantly getting themselves cleared through 16-28. No idea. It seems like a hacking type thing, and that's what they're trying to counter. It's more of these really massively malicious type ones that they're trying to do. Whereas you can see this account is at 16-28, only level 140 as the character, and you know, it hasn't even bothered to go past 1-4 on campaign hard or 62 on the tower. So I believe this is the type of thing that they're looking at, where your account just literally could not get you to that point of completing the game already, based on what you have, and you know, a lot of things don't make sense. So that is sort of where they're looking. You know, the max squad power by the looks of it's 34,000. Not much. So that's the kind of thing I think they're looking at banning. But just keeping you guys updated. I believe it's more of those serious things, because when we look at numbers, like NA's only got 7, so it's not going crazy. Just don't be an absolute scumbag, and you should be pretty good. Moving on from that, we have Punishing Grey Raven news. So Punishing Grey Raven is going through a Pioneer test for a PC client. So if you're still playing Punishing Grey Raven, you can apply for that as well. Just jump over to their Twitter. That's where I found the links. But honestly, PGR getting a PC client, like, it's fantastic. Honestly, the game for me was really hard to keybind on PC because you had all of your orbs that popped up, and then you had to have the keybinds, and then just nothing made sense. This was one of those games that I actually preferred playing on the phone just because of the way it's controlled. But fantastic. I think more of this is good, just so games can get the PC clients, and people that want to play it on PC can. I'm all for it. So if you're still playing PGR, grats, you can get your PC client pretty soon after they're doing these tests, I'm guessing. So moving on from that, we have the releases that happened this week. The first one being Summoner's War Chronicles. Now, I was a big Summoner's War player back in the day, so I thought I was going to enjoy this. I honestly played the Korean version a little bit before this came to global, and it just feels like Ni no Kuni 2.0. You run around, it's all auto pathing, auto battling. Eventually there will come, you know, where you get your runes, you upgrade your runes, which is like gear in other games, and you go around. It's just about autoing a bunch of stuff. It just feels like Summoner's War, but it's a little bit different combat, and you're still going to be autoing everything along the way. That's the vibe I get. But, you know, I didn't play it for a hell of a lot of time. I tried to download the global version. I couldn't get an APK because it didn't release in Australia, unfortunately. And I wasn't at my PC for long enough to try and play it on Steam. So I just gave it a bit of a miss because we're too busy with Nikke. But, you know, it's one that's out there. I think if you're a Summoners War fan, you will get some fun out of it. I think I was like the target audience, used to play Summoners War, quit, and then they're giving you something new. But at the end of the day, it's not like a very active game, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just doesn't sort of like do anything crazy different that I wasn't expecting. Like I said, it feels like Summoner's War, but you know, with a different style of combat, because the end game is still the same. Auto dungeons, get your gear upgrade, and go through like that. Not a bad formula. I do like the formula, but you know, also they do have the fact that that one is you know, on the crypto side of things. I don't think it's got the crypto implemented yet, but it is with that sector of Com2Us. Next one is another one from Com2Us with the crypto involvement, and that is going to be Dear Ella. Now, I haven't had time to install this one. I spoke to a few people who did. I watched FG3000. I'll link to a video that he made about it. He was pretty harsh on it. Honestly, the game in these pictures doesn't do it as much justice. The game actually looks quite decent. I like the character designs. I think the game flow is pretty cool. Problem is, it feels like they're going very predatory because they got that crypto side. I'm not sure on the implementation. I'd have to do more research. Maybe this is one when my time frees up in like a couple weeks. Maybe I'll actually jump into it because the character designs did look really cool, but I think they're going to brutalize it. I've heard the banners are absolutely disgusting, but you hear that in every game. But I've heard from people who don't normally say that they are. And then I just don't see them doing a good implementation of the crypto. I think it's just going to ruin all these games for Com2Us. But we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, on its own, like, it's not a bad appearing game. Pretty standard formula for gacha games. So like, okay, but yeah, obviously it's got that elephant in the room that I think it's going to have trouble shaking off its back. Next game we're looking at is going to be Eternal Evolution. Now, this is one I've been playing for about a month from the soft launch, and I've actually got some videos of it on another channel. I haven't been able to upload much. Like I said, been busy with the Nikke stuff, but this is a really fun little idle game if you do like idle games, and it's got that different sort of aesthetic. I'm a big idle game fan, and I really love this sort of aesthetic. So it's a game that I've been having fun on. I've got, like I said, another channel over there with a few videos on it. But yeah, I just haven't had the time to invest into this one because Nikke's been just having too much fun for me. But definitely a cool game if you do like idle games and you're looking for a different type of aesthetic. Definitely something to jump in there and have a look at. Like I said, it's got one thing that idle games never have, and it's got the randomized stat gear. It's got gear sets. It's basically got turn-based RPG gearing. in an idle game. And honestly, I absolutely love it. I'm all for it. I think it's fantastic. I know some people hate that, so if it's a deal breaker, don't. If you like it, try it. That's about it for that one. And then the final thing I had was in the middle of all these games coming out, we had Argent Twilight, which I don't need that tab. I had Argent Twilight come out, but this was only for Southeast Asia. So this is a Nexon game, but even though it's a Nexon game, I played about the first like 4 or 5 chapters just to get a feel for it. And I really like this game. I'll probably play it more once they announce a global version, because I don't want to progress an account when it's basically region server. So it's got like, you know, your they had like a Canada server. Now they got like a Southeast Asia server or Australian server, whatever it is. And then it's not multi-server, but it's just like region-based server. So I'd rather wait for the NA one, which everyone will play on, which will be probably like the global server. But this game, I am thoroughly impressed by it. I know it's Nexon. I know that turns a lot of people off, but it's like for the first 4 chapters at least, and I believe it's going to continue further than that. It's got basically all animated, voiced cutscenes, which I absolutely love that sort of thing, and it's all animated. Just the combat flow looks really nice. It's basically, it's a grid-based combat, but it's very light on the grid. It's not like a full grid strategy where like everything is like, it's like not like a deep grid game. It's more, it feels, the way I describe it is, it's a turn-based gacha. Think Summoner's War, think Epic 7, Raid Shadow Legends, all those type of games. It's that, but you've got a little grid that mixes it up a little bit in certain formats. And that's sort of the idea that it goes with. And I actually really like it. Like I said, it's presented really well. Very unique characters that I really love the look of. And I think it's just a solid game, but it is out in SEA now. Once they do announce a global version, I'll let you guys know, because this is a game I think once they announce global, I'll sink a bit more time into, because it's just a really good looking game, well presented, cool story. Like this is all cutscenes from the story. And yeah, like the only thing is it's Nexon that I think will turn people away. Besides that, it's a really well presented game with pretty cool character designs. Let's see if we can find some more here. I don't think we're gonna get, yeah, there's a bit of this stuff. Like honestly, I'm all for the design. I think it's pretty cool. But that covers it up. That is everything for the week. Like I said, we had a very busy week with stuff happening, and I've just been too busy. So there is your little roundup. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.